Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Storytime Society. I'm your host Jamie. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad you're alive. This is a mini episode of our podcast, and we do mini episodes 2 times a week and long episodes 3 times a week. So Monday through Friday you get a podcast from me at 8 a.m. So please tune in. If you haven't already, please subscribe. That'd be amazing. Like the video. And then, as always, I love to hear your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, and anything in the comments below. We have a Discord, subreddit, Spotify linked below. Subreddit, if you ever want to share any stories or cross post stories on there, that would be amazing. Spotify, follow me on there and rate me 5 stars if you love me. And then obviously I want you to be a part of the Discord, but like you don't have to. I'm not going to pressure you into it because it's like a more personal thing and we chat on there. Like we're texting in a group chat kind of. It's pretty much a group chat for us. Literally, that's it. But it's really fun to like chat with you guys on there. So get your drinks. I have my Diet Mountain Dew. Oh my god, I was just thinking this probably has yellow 5, and I've never thought about that before. But I love Mountain Dew. Why can't they make it clear? I don't care if it's yellow. Like the bottle is yellow. Why does the liquid have to be yellow? But anyways, let me know what you're drinking in the comments below. All right, we're just going to get straight into the story. Also, our mini episodes are dedicated to stories with updates or like a certain theme. We've really only done one theme. We did an episode that was dedicated to revenge stories. So if you want to request a theme, let me know. All right, the title is My Wife Wants a Divorce Because I Live an Entirely Different Reality with My First Love in My Dreams. There are trigger warnings on here, but I'm not sure what they are. Oh, it's emotional infidelity and obsessive behavior. Is that really triggering? Like the emotional infidelity, if someone like talks about cheating, is that like trigger? I don't know. I guess I wouldn't know, but I, male 31, have been with my wife, female 28, for 3 years. We had a short engagement, married quickly, and have a perfectly ordinary existence. I love her. She loves me. We do taxes, housework, watch movies, all the normal things. No physical cheating on either side, as far as I know. But here's the thing I am a lucid dreamer, which means I can, to an extent, control my dreams, which is something I find cool, as it allows me to go on adventures while I sleep. It also makes scary dreams not so bad because I can just wake myself up out of them. Over the last year or so, I've been having a reoccurring dream about my ex, my first love, female 29. Truth be told, I never got over her. We were together for 5 years, from 15, 17 to 20 and 22. Okay, I'm assuming those are their ages, but I was really confused for a second. We broke up after I graduated from college because she didn't want to move from New York to South Carolina with me, which is where the biggest industry for my field is. I was crushed, but moved on, and we've spoken sporadically over the years, although we never crossed any lines. I will admit that I've kept up with her own social media a bit, but nothing stalkerish. Well, a year ago, she announced she was getting married, and I experienced a resurgence of feelings for her, although I never acted on them or told her. That same night, I dreamt about her for the first time in years. In the dream, she showed up at my door and asked me if I wanted to get coffee. I said yes, of course. The dream, which was not a lucid dream, ended there. It felt so real. I couldn't shake the feeling once I woke up. It felt like we were really connecting. Since then, I've dreamed about her several times a week, and I've practiced becoming lucid, so I've been able to control outcomes more times than not. We've lived a whole life together over the past year. Everything from dates to a trip to Paris together, which we visited while in college. We even rewalked the same paths we did in real life. I got to the point where I was looking forward to going to sleep to be with her. Fast forward to today, but my wife told me she felt distant from me. And I started to feel guilty because I thought what I was doing was harmless, but she's obviously noticed a change in me. So I confessed about all of it. At first, she thought that I was joking, but when she realized I was serious, she accused me of cheating on her and told her mom and sisters, who are calling me a cheating weirdo. She even threatened to tell my ex so she'll know what a fucking loser I am. Now, I get that it's not anything a woman would want to hear, but it's not like I physically cheated. I don't want to lose my wife, but I don't think she can forgive me for this. The fuck? Literally, the fuck? I would be so gone. Oh my god. I mean, obviously, it's fine if you dream about your ex once in a while. Like, whatever, you can't control your dreams. In this scenario, I guess he can control his dreams, so it's a little bit different. But, like, obviously, he's saying in some of them he couldn't control them and they were just regular dreams that she popped into. And then he actively made the decision to lucid dream, to dream about her, and then did that for a year. That is so fucking weird and so disturbing, first of all, because that's creepy and you sound like a stalker. Like, if anything, that is like so scary that you are just purposely dreaming about her every night and having a relationship with her, like going on dates and stuff. Like, that's so weird. But then, not only that, you're married, sir. Oh my god, that pisses me off so much. If you're not over your ex, don't get into a relationship until you're over your ex. Like, if I even heard that my significant other was over not over their ex, I would be so done with that relationship. Like, it would be so over for me. That's like crossing a line to me, because especially like, obviously once in a while, if you had like an ex and stuff and you want to like check up and see what they're doing, like, that's not that big of a deal. But obviously, like, excessively stalking them is a big deal and really creepy, which he said he was just checking up, which is fine. Like, that's not that big of a deal. Like, sometimes I check up on random people from high school. Like, I check up on my ex sometimes, like, once a year, not anything crazy, but like my ex from high school that I dated literally sophomore year that I could not give a fuck about, and that was 11 years ago. Obviously don't care about him, but yeah, do I want to sometimes see what he's doing on Instagram and like see what he looks like now? Yeah. But I'm not like actively being like, oh, I'm gonna have a dream about him and then go on dates and take trips in my dreams. Like, something is wrong with you, sir. I think that's like I think you need to go to the doctor and get diagnosed or something, because that's really creepy. And I would not want to date you. Or marry you. I wouldn't be married to you anymore. Bye. We're getting a divorce. I don't wouldn't say it's cheating, but I would say that you probably would want to cheat if you saw her, because you feel like you're in a relationship with her. You literally said that it feels so real. So, I'm sure if you guys crossed paths in real life, you would probably cheat. And even if you didn't, it's still weird. It's still weird. Like, that's so weird. Yuck. I mean, sometimes some people might consider it cheating. I don't know. I just don't think it's cheating unless it's an actual like relationship with someone. Like, you, it can be emotional or physical, but this isn't even a relationship with someone. This is him creating a fantasy in his head and dreaming about it. Like, there's no other person. It's literally just him and he's imagining everything, which is so weird. But okay, we're going to read the update. I'm like so weirded out by this. If my boyfriend told me that he was dreaming about his ex like this and then like purposely dreaming about her and going on dates with her for a year, I would literally be like, who are you? Do you have a disorder? Please let me know. Are you like psychotic or a sociopath or something? Because you're scaring me. All right, update. Update. My wife wants a divorce because I live an entirely different reality with my first love in my dreams. Update. 2 days ago, I posted about the fallout that occurred after I admitted to my wife that I've been lucid dreaming about my ex and first love over the past year. After a major blow up, where my wife called me every name in the book and got her family involved, which I understand completely, so please don't take this wrong, my wife left. I didn't know her whereabouts for over 24 hours. Early this morning, about 3 a.m., she came home and told me she wanted to file for divorce. She didn't want to have to compete with a phantom and deserved better than a shitbag like me. But she doesn't want to move out or to start the process because it's a pandemic and she doesn't want to live on one income. We make roughly the same amount of money, me 90,000 a year after taxes and her 85. I tried to apologize to her for all the hurt I caused by making her feel like she wasn't enough, to assure her that I do love her even though I still love my ex, and explain to her that I've never physically cheated or had any inappropriate conversations with my ex, but she won't budge. She doesn't want me anymore, and I can't blame her. I was selfish and I shouldn't have carried on what I now accept to be a one-sided emotional affair. So I agreed to stay together for financial purposes for 2 years or until the pandemic is over, whichever comes first. But she's kicked me out of our bedroom and basically claimed the second floor for herself. There's so much tension in the house right now. So I left as soon as the sun came up and went to a coffee shop to do some work. While there, I received a message on IG from my ex that my ex wife sent her a long message from her own account telling her about everything that I told her. I froze because I hadn't spoken to her in a long time, but she saw that I had read the message and followed up an hour later telling me she needed to know the truth. So again, I confessed, expecting to be berated and called a loser again because I had nothing else to lose. But she didn't think that my dreams about her were weird or creepy. She thought it was sweet that I still loved her, especially with her knowing that I'd never tried to have an inappropriate conversations or force my way into her life. I'm aware that her not condemning my actions don't make them right or take away from the hurt that I caused my wife, but knowing she didn't think negatively of me made me feel better. We messaged back and forth for a couple of hours, talking about our relationship and how it ended and the choices that we made. In that, I learned that she and her fiance called off their engagement a few months ago. I also told her my wife was going to divorce me because of the revelation. She expressed her condolences, and that was the end of the conversation. I'm home now, and I can't help but wonder if this is the universe's way of putting my ex and I back on the path to reconciliation. Hate me if you want, but I made a mistake and I hurt my wife and my marriage is over now. Or it's going to be. But knowing that the person I ruined my marriage over doesn't think I'm the scum of the earth is worth its weight in gold. I don't know what will happen now, but I can't imagine a friendship with my ex won't blossom from this, at the very least. I know this won't make my wife happy since she contacted my ex to further shame me, but I may just not tell her. We are, after all, divorcing. I hope the next few months and years can result in healing from both my wife and myself, and that we'll both live happy, fulfilled lives. Okay, go date her then, you fucking weirdo. Like, that gives me the ick. Ew, why are you purposely dreaming about your ex? Like, why are you lucid dreaming about your ex for a year, you obsessive, creepy weirdo? That's so gross. And I'm so happy that your wife is leaving you like goodbye. And I hope that she can get out of that house as soon as possible and go start her healing journey and not find a weirdo. And also, hopefully, in her next relationship, take it a little slower so that she knows who she's going to be with because clearly she didn't know that she was going to be with the little weirdo stalker. And I cannot believe that the girlfriend didn't think that that was weird. If my ex's ex wife messaged me on Instagram and told me that, I would literally get a restraining order. Like, I would bring that to the cops and be like, this is so weird. This man is married. I haven't talked to him in years, and he is having a relationship with, like, imaginary me. I'm his imaginary friend now. Like, I didn't sign up for that. That's crazy. No thanks. Um, and obviously, like, he doesn't even give a shit. It seems like he doesn't even give a shit. He's like, okay, well, my wife wants to divorce me. Maybe my ex will take me back now. It's a little crazy. So clearly, this is the right thing for the wife to do because he just literally doesn't give a shit. And he's like, probably hoping and dreaming that he gets this relationship back with his first love. Okay. Some of the comments. I hope you don't take it out on her when you realize that your old flame isn't the person she was in your dreams because that was you. You were in love with another version of you. She'll be someone else entirely. OOP said, I'm also a different person and I wasn't in love with myself. The love for her influenced the dreams. And then someone said, when I say she'll be someone else entirely, I don't mean that your ex will have changed since you last knew her. I mean that your ex in actual real life will be someone other than the person you spent so much time with in your dreams. That person in your dreams was not your ex in any meaningful way. She was an amalgamation amalgamation, what the hell is that, of your memories of her, patched together using new material you created out of a whole cloth to please yourself. She won't ever be able to live up to the fantasy you constructed because the fantasy woman was you. The things she did and said were things you invented, just like every character an author writes is a version of themselves. You've invested countless hours and serious emotions into a character you created who is really only loosely based on your ex, since a real real woman can't read your mind like a dream character can, and because a real woman doesn't exist only to make you happy, she will not, in real life, be the same person from your dreams. That may be disappointing to you when you realize it, so try not to take it out on the girl. T, sis. That was so real. He said, fair, but I'm not expecting her to be. The dream could never compare to the warmth and love she radiates in real life. It was a coping mechanism. Real life will be better. Literally, nar. Nar. Because you also built a relationship with her for the past year that she will not know about, but you will still feel like exists. And you are going to, even if not consciously, you are going to subconsciously be putting that pressure on her. Like, to be like, why isn't she acting, or why doesn't she remember this, or blah 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 blah. Like, you literally have memories and like situations and a person built in your head that you spent a year with that does not exist but does exist. Like, she is a real person, but she did not experience anything of this with you. But like, I feel like that's so trippy because there's no way that like you can separate the two. You can't be like, oh, that was the dream her and this is the real her. Like, in some way, like I said, if not consciously and subconsciously, you are going to be combining the two, and you're going to be putting that on her, thinking that like this is who she is. She is this girl from my dreams. But like, she's not. She's not. Okay, someone said, you sound absolutely obsessed with this woman. And to be honest, it's quite disturbing. I imagine much of who she is has changed over the years. What if she's not the person you remembered? She will never compare to the fantasy, and honestly, your obsession over her perfection is rather frightening. Yeah, it is rather frightening. It's really scary. That's like the stories that you hear lately with like AI, like people cheating on their wives and like husbands with AI because they're just chatting with AI every day and like forming a relationship. That's what it's giving. It's giving like iRobot going to take over the world. Scary Will Smith running in the streets after the robots. That's what it's giving. Honestly, you could tell by his description of his marriage that he felt no passion for his wife. Perfectly ordinary. They do taxes, housework, and watch movies. The dreams were just a symptom of his discontentment, in my opinion. Idealizing a past love instead of dealing with marital problems. Honestly, though. And it's so funny because obviously you're going on dates and you're flying around in your dreams and you're going to Paris and you're doing all this stuff. Like, of course that's going to be better than your marriage. So you're going to be looking down on your marriage, and it's going to like make you start to resent your marriage. When in reality, like, a relationship isn't flying around in Paris and getting cups of tea together all the time, every day. Like, being a literal figment of your imagination and doing whatever you want 24/7. Like, a real relationship has real life problems and real life scenarios and real life bills. Like, it's never going to be like that. No relationship is ever going to be like that because there are real life things to deal with when you're in a relationship. And that's why, like, the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it, okay? Pinterest quotes. But she didn't think that my dreams about her were weird or creepy. She thought it was sweet that I still loved her. Someone's responding to that, saying, who else thinks his delusions got worse and he imagined this too? Honestly, though, probably. It's probably a dream. Because, yeah, you could probably dream that. And then not even know. Because after a while, I feel like you start mixing your dreams with reality. And you're like, because sometimes even me, like, I have dreams and then like years later, I'll be like, wait, did that happen in real life? Or was that a dream? Like, I genuinely can't remember. And I feel like that's what's going to happen, especially if you're like with some fake with someone for a year. I feel for this guy's wife. Imagine your partner starts withdrawing and you find out they're more invested in obsessive emotional masturbation over maintaining their bond with you and then sees no problem with it. Yeah, he literally was just like, it's fine. It's fine. This is just me. I wish I could lucid dream also. I forgot to say that. I've always tried so hard to lucid dream and I can't. For the love of me. Like, I cannot. It's so annoying. What are you about to do, Frank? You better not. What an asshole, truly. I owed her the truth. No, you owed it to her to fix it quietly and get your head back in the game. Yeah, T, because if, like, I would honestly much rather not know that, and then you just, like, fix the issue, because is obviously not like you didn't really have a real affair, like it was a fake affair, and just fix it and then stop creating these dreams with a fake person and then just like start to be normal again. And then maybe your marriage would have worked out, but clearly you knew that that would end your marriage, and I feel like you kind of wanted it to end, but like you didn't know how to end it or something. Someone said that final update sounds like BS. What nearly 30-year-old woman learns that the guy she dumped a decade ago just exploded his marriage, obsessing over her, and doesn't find it creepy and gross? Yeah, honestly, and in that case, if she doesn't find it creepy and gross, then they deserve each other because no one can tell me that's not creepy and gross. Like, who would ever find that flattering? Even if I dated someone like a year ago and I figured out that that was happening, I'd still be like, sorry? What in the ever loving fuck? That's what someone said. Nothing from OP in 3 years. I'm betting because his ex didn't match his dream version. Oh my god, honestly, that would be amazing if he could update. Oh, I would love that. OP is, let's look at his profile and see if he's posted anything. Nope, nothing. It's been so long. He hasn't even commented other than that. Oh my gosh. I haven't deleted any comments. He's like commenting back. He posted this on, I've never even seen this page before, this subreddit actually, but I'm about to join it. Because if that's the kind of shit that's being posted in there, let me add it. I need to see, please. Okay, well, that is the end because that's the last update. So we have no more updates to read. But that was a very interesting story. Like, that is just something that I've never heard of before. But I love like reading stories like that that are just so niche and like are just crazy. Are you okay, bro? Cats are crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please, if you can, contribute to the Reddit, the subreddit that's linked below, because I love like reading the stories that you guys want me to read and that you guys like put on there. It's always a lot of fun. But yeah, that's it for today's episode, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Storytime Society. Love you. Bye.